we are overwhelmed by the support from our family and our friends. Our lives are quite literally flashing before our eyes as people from every point in our lives are showing up to help us find Brogan. Thank you to the thousands of people whom we have never met, strangers before this week, family now. Thank you to all of the volunteers who have sacrificed their personal time to hang flyers and search for tips and information about Brogan. You are all amazing people. I'm proud of my hometown. The people of Cincinnati are truly good people. Our gratitude is immeasurable for everyone who is tweeting and posting about Brogan in efforts to get his information to as many people as possible everywhere. The prayers from all around the world are giving strength to all of us. The members of the Help Me Find Brogan Dulle Facebook page have swelled to over 15,000 people, helping to bring Brog back to us. The media's involvement has been tremendous, and we appreciate everything that you are doing to get his story out there to as many people as possible. Thank you for this and for respecting our family's need to focus on our son right now. We want to thank the many local businesses who have provided food and resources. Most of all, Brad Gilpin, Gilpin's Steamed Grub, who has provided us with a place to set up our command center, even to the point of closing to the public so that we could set up a full-fledged command center for the search efforts. I'd be seriously neglectful if I didn't thank the Cincinnati Police Department for their role in all of this. Specifically, our personal friend, Officer Staff Thompson, who helped us get the ball rolling when we first discovered that our son was missing. And to Captain Neville, Detective Gleckler, and the District 4 Police Department. They have gone above and beyond to help bring Brogan home, which we hope will be soon. Thank you to Texas EquiSearch for helping expand our search effort with more resources and expertise. I want to share with you a little bit about Brogan. This is going to be difficult, so bear with me. He is a genuine, responsible, smart, and polite young man. He doesn't know a stranger. The minute he meets you, he is your friend. He loves to engage people and can talk about anything. He reads, and he has more stuff in his young head right now than I have ever had in mine. We call his facts Broganisms, because when he makes a statement about something that sounds completely outrageous and we express any degree of doubt, he will provide us with actual proof of their truth. Never doubt a Broganism. His passions in life are animals, swimming, and children, with the latter two taking precedent. He worked for the Cincinnati Zoo and would bring home anecdotes each day about this animal or that. He spent his lunch breaks walking around the zoo and visiting his favorite animals. I remember he worked hard to help his admissions team win a contest. The prize was a personal meet and greet with one of the elephants, who apparently found his hair fascinating. Not sure Brogan enjoyed it. Ultimately, however, children and swimming won out. Again, he constantly shared stories about his swimmers. He was so proud of all of them. He would catch the bus from Clifton to Anderson this past winter in the freezing weather and snow to get to his practices if a ride wasn't available. Dedication and passion describe his coaching. Brogan was a good swimmer in his own right and has had phenomenal coaches of his own. One coach in particular made it a habit of reading The Little Engine That Could before the championship meets. At the end of the one season, he gave Brogan a copy of the book with a very special inscription in it. In March, Brogan rushed home one afternoon in a panic, looking for the book. He tore apart his room looking for it so that he could read it to his swimmers before their champs meet. Those kids mean the world to him. We saw no changes in Brogan's behavior that would lead us to believe that something was bothering him. He came home after practice on Friday and helped me sand down a picnic table that we were building. We spent the evening working side by side, and he was his normal, happy self. A couple out walking their dogs stopped by because they recognized Brogan from Mercy Healthplex. She does water workouts there, and Brogan is often a lifeguard. They joked a bit about the music that the women play during their sessions. He was excited on Saturday when he came home from coaching because he had seen her again that morning at the Healthplex. He spent the night with us on Friday playing video games with his brother. Saturday, he was out the door early for coaching, a meeting, and then sign-ups at Turpin Hills Swim Club. He came back to the house after that, full of stories about the sign-ups at Turpin, who was returning to the team and who was new to the team. He was excited for the summer season to begin. He returned to Clifton in the afternoon to meet up with friends for the evening. We exchanged a few texts around 11 p.m. about him coming out to help us get some things done around the house to prepare for his brother's upcoming UC graduation party. His text sounded fine, nothing unusual, and nothing that would lead me to believe that something was bothering him. As I've said, he is responsible and he's dedicated. He would not miss work. He's like a mailman. Rain, sleet, or snow, he would be there. If not, he would make sure someone knew that he was going to be late. He never, ever wanted his swimmers to arrive at a pool without a coach there. The minute we received the call that he had missed work was the minute we knew something was very wrong. This is completely out of character for him. Brogan, we love you and we miss you terribly. We're worried sick about you. Dad and I, and your brothers, and your sister, we need you home. Nothing is more important to us right now than you being home with us. You can reach out to anyone. People know who you are. They want to help you, and they want to get you home safely. We need to hear some more Broganisms, and it's time for a family dinner night. We love you, Brogs.
And I'd like to open it up for a few questions.
Are there any underlying issues here that bring any clarity to what has happened? Is there something?
No, there is not. There's nothing that we know of. There's nothing. As far as we know, we saw him this weekend, and we just have no clues at this point. We don't know what it is, but we have no idea. And I think the police are at the same crossroads.
Have you all been aware of anything in the world that Brogan would want to run away from?
Sir, I've answered that question. There's just nothing that we know of. If we knew something, we would explore every possibility. All we want is him back. We'll deal with the reasons after we find him, but right now, we've got nothing.
In his life, has he ever disappeared?
No.
No.
We
He comes home too much. No, he doesn't. He's about family.
And
We're a very close family.
he's a typical teenager, and I've got a couple of them, and I'm sure some of you have teenagers, so they are what they are. But Brogan is about missing things, about being on time. Again, missing the zoo. He loved working at the zoo. He was in admission, so if he wasn't there, there wasn't somebody to let somebody in the park. He just wouldn't let that happen. And now with the swim team. So I was in St. Louis on Monday, and Beth called and said, we have a problem. Brogan hasn't shown up for work for 2 days. So the first time we had heard about it was Monday night. He had missed practice and a meeting on Sunday night. On Monday, when he didn't show again, that's when the coaches reached out. We knew instantly he would not miss. It just wasn't going to happen.
What was the absolute last communication you had with him?
my texts.
About,
Him coming out to help us do some work around the house for the graduation party.
and when is the party scheduled?
Was gonna be this Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, any other questions? All right. Well, thank you all for coming today. If you have any other follow-ups, we'll all be at Gilpin. As we said, Tina and Libby can be available for additional questions about the next steps in the volunteer efforts. But thank you again, and we are going to continue to keep looking for Brogan, and thank you again for telling the story.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.